Hello everyone, welcome to the Talking Corner. I am Cracks, your host. It's another episode of Have a Drink With Me Friday. And the guest is a surprise guest. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait for some people to come in, say hi, and then we'll get started. I don't know what the little star with a 1 next to it is all about, but we'll find out tonight. A lot of announcements this evening, so stay tuned, stick around, and I will reveal the secrets. Oh my goodness, still nobody in. I'm tempted to go get a drink. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a drink. Be right back. And I'm back. District Talk podcast. Welcome to the Talking Corner. Eric is like, thank God it's Friday. Yes, it's Friday. Thank you very much for coming, and hopefully our guests today, this evening, we have a lot of announcements to make, Eric. And District Talk. I don't know if is District Talk still in, or did they leave? I don't know if they're still there or not. I don't think they are. No, maybe. Waiting for Lewis from Almost Everything podcast. About that, I don't know. We actually discussed this. We don't know if it was them or another podcaster because he doesn't remember, and I clearly thought it was him. I apologize about that. Hey, Eric, I need to answer this phone call. It's my sister. If you give me just a brief moment. About to share you out now. Thank you very much. But if you could take the helm and just let everybody know that I'm on the phone for a brief moment. Almost Everything podcast. Hey, how about, hey, I know a better solution. Almost Everything, can you call up really quick so I can answer this phone call? Thank you for sharing the show. Just grabbing some headphones. You go do that. I'm going to put myself on mute because I really got to take this call, and I will answer your phone call. There you are. Hello. Thank you for coming, and I will mute myself right now.
Hey. All good. No worries. So, it's just me now, is it? Far out. I am hosting the Talking Corner. Hey, Vans, what's up? How's it going? It was cool. I jumped on was it your first live podcast? That was cool, man. I enjoyed it. Spitting some truth. That was cool. Cool to hear. They popped that cherry, boy. No, that was cool. It was good, man. It was good. Good live show. So I think Cracks is, I don't know, to my understanding, she's getting a phone call. So I've got to take over for a little while while she takes a call. That's all good. I've got my drink on Have a Drink With Me Friday. I'm holding down the fort.
Yes, and I'm back.
You're back. Awesome.
No, my sister's in town. She's like, what do you want me to get you? I was like, what? She goes, I'm at the store. I was like, nothing. But I'm in the middle of I'm in the middle of a live cast. Oh shit! Sorry, I forgot. And then she like took off.
No, that's all good.
Benz is with us.
Ben's had his live cast debut today.
And I missed that.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really good.
I will have bands. Have you made it public? If you have, I'm gonna go listen to it after the show.
It was cool. It was good.
It was all good. Yeah. Oh, I have a massive migraine. I've been like crying internally for most of the day. It's starting to simmer down. I broke down, took some migraine medication about an hour ago. It takes about another 15-20 minutes for it to really kick in, and then I'll be fine.
Well, that's good.
I have chronic migraine. I'm diagnosed with chronic migraines, but that goes along with when you have diabetes and high blood pressure, apparently.
Jeez. What are migraines? What are migraines like? Because I mean, I've never experienced one. But
it's like a living hell.
Yeah.
It's like a massive headache that feels like it's eating away at the inside of your head, usually behind my right eye and ringing in the ear. So, and it just gets worse with any light or noise.
Sounds dreadful. Oh my goodness.
So, since we do have some people showing up, I do have some announcements. Almost everything. I'm glad you're here because I saw some follows you. As Jenny K has said, migraines are the worst. Yes. It just feels like somebody has literally. Have you ever hit your head really hard and you know the throbbing on the inside?
Yeah.
It's like that, only about 100 times worse, and it just will not go away with pain medication or time. Yeah, exactly. It's absolutely horrible. But let me make some brief announcements before we get on with your interview.
Go for it.
Vance is like, yeah, I have also. He also suffers from chronic migraines, and if you get medication like I do, it's really hard on your liver and kidney. And since there's a long history of that, so it's just not fun. I don't have diabetes, but one day my blood sugar dropped tremendously, and I felt like my life was being taken from me. I was so dizzy and weak. Yes, and then you start throwing up because you're nauseous, and if you try to eat, at a certain point, if you try to eat, you feel sicker. You feel worse. It's like there's no relief until you actually eat, wait about 30 minutes, and then you feel better. It's just like somebody flips a switch. It's like, ta-da!
Sounds like a terrible cocktail.
Yeah, it's just horrible.
Bad mix of everything.
It is. It reminds me of New York newscaster Lisi Colagrossi, who suffered a brain aneurysm. Ooh, those sucks. Suffered chronic migraines. Eric is going to call it. Is it okay if I accept Eric's phone call? Briefly.
Hey, you're the host.
The story about those migraines, that right there really just got my attention. Her name was Lisa Colagrossi. Sadly, she passed away as a result of that because evidently they didn't know very much about it and didn't catch it in time.
Oh, see, that sucks really. That burns really bad. But see, here in Sweden, if you have a series of migraines, they'll just take your word for it, and they'll actually put you through an MRI scan. Because first and foremost, they don't play around with those.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're having chronic migraines like that, you definitely do not want to ignore that.
Nope, that's why they put me on medication.
And because if you've got like strong family histories of diabetes and heart disease, that is nothing to play around with.
Nope.
But I just thought I would like pass that story along, like so, people don't forget about what happened to this poor woman. I mean, God rest her soul, of course.
Yeah.
But I've already got done like sharing out your show and send you that coffee gift.
Oh, did you send me a gift? I didn't even see that.
Yeah,
thank you so very much. I
think Vans is in the room, so I guess you're about to address like the situation that you and him have been in contact with.
Yes.
But I'm about to drop back to the chat, so you get ready for your interview with Lewis.
Okay, Eric. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you sharing the story. A lot of people overlook migraines, and migraines can be a serious medical.
Because people really need to think about their heart health too, because that is in the family of like heart disease, of course. But anyhow, I'll check back with you later.
Okay, sweetie. Thank you for coming on. Okay, everybody, that was Eric. Let's give him a big round of applause. Okay, so this is the news. We do have winners of the contest. Now, see, what had happened was the contest had, I was so, you guys were so close. I decided to bring in a panel. Actually, I brought in a friend who is an arachnologist, and they brought in other people because they thought this was actually quite neat, that people actually were calling in and trying to pronounce some of the, the names. Getting people more involved in the hobby is great, but getting people more knowledgeable about arachnids and spiders in general and how much they impact the ecosystem is a huge. It's what scientists have been trying to teach people. Hashtag everybody love everybody. Yes.
Hey,
I like that. Let's get that one started. If it's not already started, let's get it started. If it is started, let's just pass it on. So what my friend and I had come to the conclusion with the other arachnologists, and one of them was an entomologist as well. As you know, I have a degree in entomology, but I haven't been in the scientific community for a very long time. So we decided to say, okay, look, there's only a handful of videos of people saying the name correctly, and those are not on YouTube. I was misled. I thought those were on YouTube. They're on Facebook groups. So if you belong to a certain group of Facebook groups, you're not going to find this out. You're not going to know how to actually say this correctly.
Right.
And there was two people who nearly nailed it just by a syllable. They were off. And those two people were Brands and Area 81. So we decided to split the prize. We decided to split the prize 50-50. So it's $50 each. Brands graciously said, "No, don't do that." Oh, holy crap, Brands, you're giving me lots of love. That's an extraordinary gift. Thank you very much. So what he did was give everything to Area 81, give everything to the other guy. But he did get to name the biggest tarantula, the biggest of the new arrivals. And I'm going to just generalize my tarantulas as he's, because the percentage is like 88 or 89% males, and the other 10 or 11% is like females that have an egg sac. So it's almost safe to say it's a male. And he's got little bands around the feet. So Bands is like, name them Bands. Name them after me. It's like, okay. So which one was it that was? Oh, hold on. Let me grab my book. The Cirrocopelma boqueti. So it's either boquete, or boquet. Is the one that he is named. Area 81 named the Trixiopelma pyrenees tricks. So if they're male or female, tricks will work. And Bands works either way for male or female when it comes to tarantulas, so it works out really great. Then there's two runners-up. There are two people who weren't able to pronounce the name quite right, but they were so close that we decided to give them a $25 gift. Can you name those two people almost?
I think I only heard Bands and Eric and maybe Glenn, guess. So
Okay.
it's Eric or Glenn maybe.
No, you also tried.
Did I get it?
Yes, you and Glenn. You and Glenn. Eric didn't participate.
Oh my goodness.
You've slept since then. It's okay.
Yeah, it's been a while. I do remember, but I didn't think I was that close. I mean, I don't know.
So I do direct into PayPal. So if you guys
Shit.
will send me your PayPal emails, and if anybody out there can see Glenn, tell him to send me a PayPal email and let him know that he came in.
Wow.
If you want to go first, second, third, you could definitely say bands in Area 81 tied first,
Yeah.
because literally by the last syllable, that's where they were off. You, on the other hand, replaced an O with a U.
Oh no.
You didn't get the first part right either, but the second part, you replaced the O with a U.
I forget what it is. So it was like burpus or something like that. What was the second part again? What was
Samoxagorum.
Samoxagorum.
Samoxo.
Oh, Samoxo. That's where I would. Yeah, that's.
See, you replaced it with a U. It's like Samoxagorum. I'm like, what? That's Samox doesn't. That's not it.
Damn.
But you could call it either Burapes, or but I believe everybody was calling it Burapus, with a soft S. Remember, this is Latin. This is not English, so you have to keep that in mind. It is just really funny. But you two, the Glenn's Twitter handle cracks. Again, I try to avoid Twitter. I had to replace the password twice. Twitter, for some reason, a lot of people have been adding me, which I appreciate that a lot. It's just I'm not going to be on there very much. So if anybody can get a hold of Glenn, let them know. Hey, send cracks your PayPal email. I think he actually has it on his page. So
okay.
I'll have to check on his. Podbean and see if it is on his page. If it isn't, then I don't. But yes, you have $25 coming to you.
Oh well, thank you very much.
Yes. Oh, you're welcome.
That was a cool contest. I really enjoyed that.
See, and a lot of people said that they really enjoyed it, which is why we're going to keep the theme. But we're going to pay. We're going to hold a contest every other week, so that gives people nearly 2 weeks to basically practice, and then on the announced day, then we're going to be like, all right, taking phone calls. First one to get it, yada 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 wins, and it'll be a $50 prize. It will not be a $100 prize. $100 is $100 a pop is $200, and that's just going to eat into any and all savings that I have really quick, unless people can start actually donating to the PayPal and to keep it going.
Yeah, of course, and be as generous as they can on the Podbean as well, by sending gifts and all.
Oh, absolutely! If you guys send gifts and you're like, hey, I want to donate a gift to the contest, I'd be more than happy to do that as well. That I think that would also be fun. You got to remember, so it'll be like a huge community thing. Oh, Thank you so much for the claps. Everybody's dropping the claps.
gotta give you the claps. But,
LW Sap, welcome to the Talking Corner. This is Have a Drink With Me Friday. In a second, we will start an interview with Almost Everything. It's a podcast. He's going to answer a bunch of questions and tell us about his podcast. So yeah, that's the deal. That's what's going on with. I'm going to add you as an admin, by the way.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, that's what we're going to do. So at the end of your interview, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the new challenge, and you guys get a solid week to a week and a half. We'll figure out. I got to figure out the date to find it, practice it, and then be the first one to call it. So for everybody who is here now, please stay tuned until the end of the show. That way you can find out the AKA magic word, and then you can be eligible for a $50 gift fairly soon.
Awesome.
All right. So now we get all of that out of the way. So almost everything.
Yes.
Let's start off with you have your own podcast, correct?
Sorry, I cut out just for a second. I missed what you
Oh,
said.
so I was asking you do have your own podcast, correct?
Oh yes.
Please tell
I
the viewers, please tell the viewers the times and stuff.
Yeah, I do the podcast with my best mate Tim, and then I just do the live shows just because we're in different countries, like different time zones, and I'm trying to do the live shows um, at around 3-4 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, which is UK time, and I think that's 4-5 o'clock your time. So I don't know the conversions very well. I think that makes it around 11 a.m. Eastern time in America. I know Eric's going to have my back on that one, but yeah, they're the times that I try to do it. It's very loose at the moment. But.
Okay. So what got you into podcasting?
Well, I don't know. I remember during school, like I met Tim, my mate, and we were just like two massive fans of these radio DJs in Australia called Hamish and Andy. They're
Okay.
they're they're quite big and they're known all around the world, but I don't know how popular they are in other parts of the world. But in Australia, they're celebrities pretty much, and they're so funny, and they're best mates as well. And me and Tim sort of we thought, oh, we could we could do what they're doing. Like we're big fans of them. We find them hilarious, and what they do is like it's really good, but we think that we would suit it. And a couple of years went past, and we sort of me and Tim lost touch a little bit, and uh, yeah, we didn't really keep in contact straight after school. And then, well, it would have been about a year and a half later on, later down the track. I sort of, messaged him. We caught up again, and it was like nothing ever changed. And I was like, look, I'm gonna buy a microphone, and let's record some podcasts. And he was all for it, and that's when we sort of started it. It was like a very rushed decision. I was like, look, I'm going to the tech store now. I'm buying a microphone. Let's do it. Like, are you with me, sort of thing? And yeah, it just took off from there.
Oh wow. Wow, that actually sounds pretty cool. It looks like you just went out of the gates right with a co-host, just like ta-da.
Yeah. It was something that we both wanted to do, and we knew that we'd be good at it, just because we make each other laugh all the time, and we were like, oh, we should record these conversations, and yeah, that's what we started to do about a year and a half ago, and then yeah, now I just sort of discovered the live casting, and I'll be getting into that.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun, actually.
Oh yeah, it's great fun. We always have a beer or some sort of alcoholic beverage while we
miss
do it as well.
I miss alcohol.
Yeah.
When you're diagnosed with high blood pressure, alcohol is off the table for a while.
Oh, I know. I feel for you.
That and steak. I'm like, oh, I want my steak.
Oh, the steak as well.
So, what is the heart of your podcast? What is your passion about your podcast? What do you like to reach out and touch people with?
Look, we're not informative. We're not very structured. We're trying to get more structured in how we present, our show. But we just like to make people laugh. Really, we've been told that in person, the way me and Tim bounce off each other, it sort of makes other people happy and makes them want to join in. So with the podcast, we just want to do that. Really, just make people happy and have a laugh with us. We're two very we're two goofs really. Like we're just silly, and we make each other laugh, and that's really it. Like we reference a lot of stuff that we sort of see on a day to day, and try and make a joke out of it, just to make the other person laugh. So if I make Tim laugh, like that's my goal. I'm just trying to make him laugh. He's trying to make me laugh, and through that it's just like a to and fro of stupidity, really. But yeah.
You call it stupidity. Most people would call that comedy.
Well, yeah, it is comedy, I guess. But
You
it's
guess?
stupid comedy. It's stupid comedy. It is stupid, but it's funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically just a comedy show, bouncing off each other, telling jokes, giving a relaxed air to the evening, or, well, in my case, it would be mid-afternoon, or maybe even morning.
Yeah. So the live show, I'm still trying to figure out what it is that I want to specialize in. At the moment, I've just been sort of going off the cuff and just going off what people sort of are saying in the chat. I can talk to myself for about 10 to 15 minutes, but then after that, it helps having all the people listening, and just sort of tackling whatever happens in my days, or what's ever in the news, or just trying to make light of some situations. Like today, I saw a mannequin that wasn't like your regular mannequin. It was a mannequin with a dad bod, so it had like a beer belly and like a big gut and everything like that. And I was like, we need more of those. We need more dad bod mannequins. But yeah, like just silly stuff like that, and just making light of the whole thing.
Well, no, I would love to have a dad body mannequin. And I'd be like, yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like in real life.
Yeah.
So you could actually think about clothes as real life clickbait.
Exactly. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Because it's never going to look the same on you as it does on mannequins. So if you have the mannequins that look more like people, then you get like a better idea of what it will be like on your body.
I saw a statement today that said, good-looking people with bad attitudes were just the real version of clickbait.
Yeah. That's true. That's so true. Oh, that's got to be one of the worst things.
And the other one was, if you're paying taxes, it's like when you pay taxes, it's like a subscription to your country. It's just a subscription that you can't quit no matter how bad the service is.
Yeah. That's so true. It's not a free subscription. It's not a free subscription.
Nope. No, it's not.
That should cost you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What's your drink? Your Friday drink? What do you drink?
Canned water.
Canned water. Nice.
Remember, high blood pressure. Can't drink the alcohol like I used to.
No, I was going
Normally.
I was drinking earlier today, but I've decided to go for the coffee instead.
I miss coffee. I miss a lot of things.
Yeah,
you know the song "Bye Bye Bye"? Yeah, that kind of describes my whole evening.
Oh yeah.
Or not evening. That describes my whole diet right now. It's like the chocolate. Bye bye bye.
No longer.
Hello, Nutella. Bye bye bye. As my sister goes, I'm stealing. I'm stealing. Oh, what are you stealing? This. And I come to my refrigerator and almost everything's gone. Yeah, thanks. You're an asshole.
I'm gone. Almost everything's gone.
Yeah, pretty much. So you finished with a diet that you hate. You will hate potatoes. Actually, I'm on the soup part of the diet. I'm on soup and potato diet part of the diet now. I did cheat a little today. I had chili. I know. Brace yourself. I had chili.
How's that affected your body?
I couldn't even finish a quarter of the can. I got so puffy. My stomach just like expanded so quick. I was like, "Oh crap!" This is definitely not something I should have done. Did it taste good? It didn't even taste good. It did not taste like I remember. Because I love chili. Don't get me wrong on that. I really love chili. But this is just like, ew. It had like a metallic taste to it with a lack of any type of flavor. The tomatoes didn't have this fresh taste to it anymore. It had a old stale. It was like it's like eating bread that's on the verge of being molded.
Oh, like stale.
Not even stale. It has that almost that sour texture to it. That's just about the hit, because you know it's about to mold if you don't eat it. You know, it's like it won't last until the next morning. Guaranteed, it'll start growing green spots by that evening. Kind of flavor. It's just like, ew. Nope, I'm not doing this again.
Did the chili have meat in it?
Yes, it actually had meat in it. And meat is not something I'm only allowed to have when the doctor says I'm allowed to have during this period of the time.
Yeah.
Because I am a diabetic. My blood sugar, but I'm a type 2 diabetic, so my blood sugar will bottom out completely, and then I'm stuck going, oh, this is not fun. And I started kind of going that way, so I was like, I'll just eat some chili. It'll be fine. And no, it's not. It's disgusting. And not only is it disgusting, it really made me to bloat up. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Even though the calorie intake was below what I normally take. So I'll be going right back to the vegetable soups and tomato soups tomorrow.
Yeah, stick to that.
So you said you were getting into nutrition. Have you thought about doing a podcast with nutrition?
I have. I've sort of covered a little bit in some of my live casts, but I don't know if I know enough to really talk about it with confidence. Like, I'm just trying to figure it out for myself at the moment. Like, I mean, I guess I could talk to people about what I do, but I don't necessarily know if it's 100% correct. Because I always have cheat days, and I guess I'm not strict too. Like, I'm not very strict with it. Like, you've had a couple of times where you've eaten something that you're not supposed to, but for the most part, you're being very strict with it, and it's a diet that has been proven and tested and everything like that. But I'm just, all I'm doing is just tracking my calories and my macros, but sort of eating whatever. Um, so it's quite loose what I'm doing. So I don't know. I guess I've thought about it, but yeah, I think I need to learn a little bit more about it, and maybe practice what I preach a little bit more.
Oh, thank you, Herbal, for sharing the show. I appreciate that. I didn't see this. This is kind of sad. I see that we have 6 people with us this evening, and I can't say hi to anybody.
No, I didn't know Herbal was in here.
Yeah, Podbean has taken the ability. Herbal's like, hey, Cracks. Hey, Lewis. Hello. But yes, yeah, the Podbean has taken it away to the point where we can't just, because I guess there's a lot of people out there who are banning people who just coming into the Podbean.
Yeah.
And as Area 81 had explained it, that actually makes more sense, and which is good, I guess. But it also takes away my ability to say hello to people.
Yeah, I know. I really don't like it, because I used to enjoy sort of saying hi. People had entered. I don't know. I think it's silly.
Oh, somebody's making it rain with the claps. Thank you, Unapologetic.
Hey, that's Ace. Holy shit.
It's Ace. Thank you, Ace. Oh, holy crap.
Oh my god. I don't know if this can be treated.
Oh, they're even sharing the show. Holy crap. I remember Ace, because Ace is the one that owns their tarantulas as well. Another tarantula lover in the house.
Oh no.
You're surrounded by
More
tarantula
spiders.
lovers. Yes.
Oh.
But also, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting money in with Fear Not Tarantulas, which is in the States, and European spidersworld.eu, which is the European country, the European company here, the main. I wouldn't say the main, but the one I use and I'm very happy with company. So those are two companies I know by heart that are not scammers by any means.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm quite. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put money towards both of them and say, look, I'm going to be holding. Oh, Pod God has even joined us.
Hey.
Hey, I feel so honored. I've got some big. Ace is making it rain with claps, and the Pod God has graced us. I love Pod God because when I first started, Pod God was the. Was he the first? Yes, actually, he was. He was the first one to say, "Hey, the Talking Corner's entered." He showed me a lot of love and pretty much gave me a roundabout way of how live casts work. So
That's awesome.
Thank you. I still owe you. I owe you a lot, PG. Let me know if you want a tarantula. I will buy you a tarantula. I know my coffee fiend. I know my coffee fiend sister. Oh, you do. Okay. Fear Not Tarantulas. I'll let Fear Not Tarantulas know what you can. Looney, yeah, I was gonna say Looney's gonna hate, but I think Looney, if I get her something cute and sweet, it's called Fear Not Tarantulas. They're an actual company in the U.S. that ships overnight in the U.S.
Overnight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, Podgod, I will hit you up on Instagram. We will set this up, and as a gift, as a big thank you for helping me get, as a big gift for helping me out when I got my show started. And look how far I've gone. I'm now receiving gifts from fans. So I'm gone such a long way, and I owe you a lot. So let me get you a tarantula. This is all for you guys, all for you. But I will tell you, the enclosure you're gonna have to get yourself, which is about $1 US. So you should be fine. Tarantulas are one of the very few pets that you can start off with a slightly expensive looking enclosure and be the cheapest as ever. And depending on the size, they eat between 3 to 5 days. If it's really super tiny, it's every 3 to 5 days. If it's medium size, which is 3 to 5 centimeters, and I'm trying to think how big that is in inches, then they need
Roxanne.
to be. Hey, Roxanne.
Roxanne. Sorry.
They eat about once every 7 days, and then if they're adult, it's about every 10 to 12 days.
Oh wow!
So it's literally here's some food, a little bit of water, some moisture down, and then you're done. That's it.
Very low maintenance.
It depends on the spider, but a general rule of thumb, yes, that's. I have 1, 2, 3 spiders that are high maintenance, but that's it.
Sorry, Pod God, what do you use? Do you use like a soundboard for all your buttons and everything like that? Just wanted to. I'm thinking of getting something like that, but what do you use for stuff like that? Do you use like a soundboard for your? You said that you were going to press that Roxanne button.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'm thinking of getting one. Just
how is the soundboards? Because Man Cave Asha with the Man Cave Sessions, he's helping me pick out a soundboard.
Yeah, I don't know which one to get. as well.
Because I found out you can't add music to your show without a soundboard or without a mixer,
Yeah,
which is like pretty shitty.
I know. I know. I know. I was like,
Uh,
I was looking at. I was actually last night. I was looking on Amazon for some soundboards, but
yeah, but you gotta remember, Podbean isn't really geared, even though they've been around. Oh, even Milk Dog's in the house. Hello, Milk Dog.
milk doggy dog.
DIF, isn't that Do It Friday? No, trust me, I know exactly what DIF is, but I just refuse to say the name. So
this is
it's this is just me trolling him a little bit. It's Do It Friday. Just stick with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so your show,
Yes.
how often during the week are you on? I think you've stated it, but I honestly, I'm having, like I said, I'm trying to recover from a migraine, so.
No, that's okay. Look, I'm still trying to figure out like exactly when and how long and what time and everything like that I'm gonna do the show. At the moment, it's just like whenever I'm in the mood to do it. So I didn't do it yesterday just because I wasn't really feeling motivated to do it. But then before that, I went 4 days straight because I felt like I needed to talk a lot. Um, and yeah, so at the moment, it's just like whenever I'm feeling like I have the energy to do it because it does take like energy to host a show. I'm sure like I'm sure you know yourself and everyone else would know as well. But yeah, like it'll just be whenever I'm in the mood. It's so good how accessible Podbean is, and like you can literally go live whenever, wherever, as long as you have your phone. So yeah, like it's just a little bit sporadic at the moment. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Well, I mean, I guess just getting out there is better than not doing anything, which is by far a great thing. Um, it's better than sitting on your ass and just thinking and then just putting it off until you're like, no, I'm not going to do this. So I guess that
Yeah,
that in your case is one of the best cases that could be, you know, done. I guess I don't know. I'm having a little bit of a hard time thinking here. Um,
no, you're right.
but let's see, where was I going with this? But yes, you're still making contact with the audience. You're still keeping everybody engaged, even if it is sporadic, which is nice. So
Yeah.
are you doing any other social medias to spread your podcast, or are you just strictly just your podcast is on Podbean and you're not advertising it or anything?
No, we're so like as I said, like I've been using Podbean to just like to distribute my pre-recorded version with Tim for a year and a half now.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so Podbean is like a host platform, and you send your RSS feed to Apple and Spotify.
Yep.
So we've got our podcast on Spotify, Apple, and Podbean, of course. Um, and now we've in the past month we've started the YouTube where we've been filming the podcast as well and posting it on YouTube. And before all of this started, we created an Instagram just because Instagram is the most popular social media within sort of our friend group that we have and where we were in Australia. So we created an Instagram that we're most well. We have 400 followers on our Instagram, and we're most active on there, and we have the most engagement on there. We do have a Twitter as well, but we mostly just use that to share when we're going live on the Podbean. and we just post little updates of when a new pre-recorded podcast is coming. And we've just sort of started posting on our Instagram when we're going live, just because it's never really been at a good time for most of our Australian audience to listen whenever I go live, because I'm over in England. And then we've also tried to get it onto TikTok as well. And the reason why we've gone to TikTok is because of how easy it is to go viral on TikTok.
Oh, I know. I just found
and-
TikTok. I just broke down and started using TikTok. So go ahead.
you've cracked.
I did.
Yeah, and so we've been trying to like do voiceovers of our podcast of funny moments, or just post
That
little
sounds like fun.
videos. Yeah, or just post the actual video from our YouTube straight onto TikTok, and just never know, it might blow up, it might get thousands of views. It could like something amazing could happen. You never know with TikTok. So yeah, we're really trying to spread out across all sort of social medias, and I'm sort of, I don't know, I'm hoping it's been a good a good plan, just because it could dilute our audience, if you know what I mean, like it, because we've got so many different avenues to reach our podcast. It may dilute it, but I don't know, it seems to be okay.
Can you tell
um
everybody what your YouTube username is? Because I would love to add
yeah,
you. Green
yeah.
Lantern wanted to know. So
It's almost everything podcast. So if you just search that in the search bar on YouTube, you'll find it. It's the green logo. Yeah, make sure you subscribe and everything, and check out the videos. We've been putting a lot of effort into that with the
well, I'm
editing.
definitely subscribed.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
No, I have to say TikTok is. I've posted I think 5 or 6 videos just in 2 days, and each video is roughly between 450 to 500 views.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just almost instantaneously. But I think it's because I have pets of TikTok on there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But they're tarantulas, so except for the one of my cats where it says "Don't worry, be happy," and then use your brother as a bed. Yeah, my cat says it's when they're all like the one cat has the goofiest look on his face, and the other two just look like they just want to sleep.
Yeah. Well, pets and cute animals and everything like that, they can get lots of views. It's a smart move.
Well, this everybody knows that I'm a huge advocate for animal. I'm not an advocate for animal rights as much, because everybody knows not to hurt an animal. And if you ever find that one asshole that does abuse an animal, trust me, they don't get very far.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, again, I'm not an advocate for animal rights. What I am an advocate for is saving endangered species. And that's like the American bumblebee, which is on the endangered list, near the extinction list, near towards more extinction. The Tennessee, and I fell in love with the Tennessee. It's like the fur, and not fur as in FUR. It's FIR. It's the tree.
Yeah.
Cave spider. It looks like a mini tarantula. I mean, this thing is about the size of a pinhead, and it looks like a mini tarantula. I don't know why it's not considered a tarantula, because it has all the segment and the body parts.
Yeah.
Maybe their lungs are different. I don't know. Even the eye set is the same as a tarantula. So I don't even understand why they're not considered a tarantula. But they're definitely not considered a true spider, which is a bit different. And then you have the pokies in India. Those are diminishing because of lands and stuff. So like I said, I want to get people involved. I want to get the community involved in helping save animals, and it doesn't have to just be spiders or snakes or any of the animals that I like. It can also be the rarest, everything from the butterflies to the rhinos to the elephants to, like I said, it could be just about anything. But I want to bring more awareness. Like the cockapoo, which I believe only has about 150 left in the world. That's it.
Wow.
And it's not hunting. It was not hunting that diminished them. It was the introduction of rats.
Whereabouts are they?
You're going to ask me something that I don't remember.
Oh, sorry.
I believe they're actually near New Zealand, but
I was going to say it sounds like a New Zealand bird.
actually it's a ground parrot. It never flies.
Yeah,
New Zealand. I was right.
Yeah, I thought so. Because I grew up in New Zealand, so I swore that sounded familiar.
Cracks, is your YouTube channel the Talking Corner? Yes, there's only one person that spells the Talking Corner like that. I believe there's spaces in there though, so hold on. I gotta double check. It's not like I look up my own name every day.
So when I go onto my YouTube, it doesn't show everyone who's subscribed, just because some people are private, so I can't see. Green Lantern, I couldn't see your YouTube channel if you have one. But I found you, Cracks. 6 videos. What does that sound? Yeah, hey, I see it. Yeah, there's the cat. I see it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. And to give you guys an update of what's going on with the YouTube thing, they did give me back my video, but they put it on permanent private. Did not know that was a thing until just now. Until yesterday. And the reason why they made it permanent private is because I dropped the F word once. Even though it was a bogus copyright strike, they gave that back to me. But because they reviewed it and heard the F bomb dropped once, they put it on permanent private.
No. So just because there was an F.
Just because the fudge bucket word, which was not exactly what I said. I said it more explicitly. Yes, that's why it's on permanent private. And I don't know how to. I exactly. Robert's like censorship. Yes. Which I don't understand, because here in Sweden it's not a law against saying it. We say it over the radio all the time.
Oh, really?
And my videos is not marked for kids, so I don't know what's their train of thought is, but I believe it's because they didn't mark it appropriately, and that's why they put it on permanent private. I don't know, but so it's basically just I should just basically delete the video. And the sad part is that this is my first video of getting a gift from a fan, and so I was opening it up in front of the camera with fans watching. Ahmad and Roxanne had stopped by and watched it happen. So
that sucks.
Actually, the Green Lantern tomorrow will be live with Cracks, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give everybody a tour of my studio, and that's with all the spiders. The live with Cracks on the Saturday of the next following Saturday will be out there with my cats. So I will be doing live with Cracks, showing off my pets and showing people around the house and stuff like that.
Awesome.
Yep.
Sounds good. Sounds pretty interesting.
So what plans do you have for your channel? This is supposed to be about you. You and you and you. Why are we talking about my channel? Let's get back to you.
Well, we go on tangents on my channel, so that's basically what I'm trying to bring here as well. Going on a tangent. Plans for the channel. That's a good question. Look, I just want to get a bit of consistency to both the live shows and pre-recorded. Just because the pre-recorded, I mean, I really enjoy doing them because I'm with my best mate Tim, and it's something we've been doing for a long time. We're just trying to find a bit more consistency. Like, we're struggling at the moment just because Tim works a lot. He's he works like 6 days a week, and then like on a Friday he works a 13-hour shift, and then his other days are like 9 or 10 hours. So he works a lot, and we're just trying to find some free time And then whenever we do get free time, Tim's exhausted, and he doesn't, he can't bring that same energy that he may normally bring. So we're just trying to find a bit more consistency, and we just want to really spread it to as many people as we can. We're trying to take a bit of
Robert. Robert's giving you some before his show. He's giving you some advice.
Hey,
please don't drink 5 Red Bulls.
I'll pass it on. Maybe if you just chuck a little bit of vodka in one of them, and then that should do it.
Vodka? Am I like the only one who drinks Jaeger with Red Bull anymore?
No, I've had Jaeger with Red Bull before.
But would you still drink it? That's my question. Would you still drink it though?
I prefer vodka with Red Bull. Not a big
Jaeger. See, this is what I mean. I'm like vodka and Red Bull, yeah. But Jaeger, for some reason, makes it taste like a candy, a unique tasting candy, and I like it. It doesn't taste so much like a licorice, and I don't like licorice that much. And
I've had some bad nights on like just Jaeger bombs, and I don't know.
So you're blaming a drink on your bad decisions?
Well, maybe. I mean, don't you? There's always that one drink that brings back bad memories. Like,
I have a question. This is my question to you, because I when I was younger, I had a couple of roommates, and one was a lawyer, and his boyfriend was a physical fitness instructor.
Mm-hmm.
And these two guys were like the cleanest of the cleanest. Holy crap! You walked in, and it's like they had a mini towel for you to wipe off your feet before you walked on the floor. And so when you come in, you take off your shoes. You had a bin for your socks. You threw your dirty socks in there. You washed your feet. Then you're allowed to walk on the floor.
Wow.
Yeah, it was wild. Great roommates though. Very caring, very open guys. But the wisest thing I ever heard from them was like, do not blame your bad decisions on the drinks. Drinks give you an excuse to do it, but do not blame the drink.
Hold on. I've told a story on one of my live casts. I drank a lot, and I literally woke up, like I blacked out for a solid probably like 6 to 7 hours, and I woke up naked in a place that I wasn't familiar with. I have no idea what happened. I still don't know.
So your bad decision to drink so much to get to that point, you're still blaming the drink.
I feel like I could blame the drink for that one.
But it was your decision. It was your decision to drink.
Well, I feel like maybe someone spiked me. I don't know.
Again, it was your decision to drink.
I don't know. I think I may have been pressured.
But then if it was spiked, I was to say, if it was spiked, then you blame that person. You still can't blame the drink.
I see your point. I do see your point. I don't like it, but I see it.
Makes you feel uncomfortable. Now you want to think about it. You're like, oh God, you're sound like your mom.
Yeah, a little bit. No.
But no, it was really funny. Now try living with two guys with that kind of mentality and getting drunk on the weekends and then coming home at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and quietly, of course. You're trying to,
of course, shoes off,
wipe off the shoes off, socks off, go to the kitchen, scrounge for food when you're that drunk. You're banging something around, and here you would hear the pitter patter of slippers going across the wood floor from the hallway into the kitchen, and they just looked at me, and they didn't have animosity. They're like, well, fuck you for waking me up, or nothing like that. But like an old woman, I would hear, so where have you been? We got you coming home. You better got laid if you're coming home this late. It's like, no. Didn't I tell you if you're gonna get drunk, do it right? Go back out there and get laid. It was just fun. And I always ask, so why didn't you guys ever get mad that your crappy roommate here would wake you up, and be clumsy? And they go, Hunt, we know you're going through some stuff. We're not going to try and push that onto you. We're not your parents. I was like, really? Have you not listened to how you talk? I can call you mommy number 2 and 3.
Yeah, I call my old bosses at work. So I had two bosses. They both like owned the store. I used to call them mum and dad. 'Cause,
That's great.
they were two guys, just two friends, but they were like a married couple. So I would call them mum and dad, and yeah.
So if they ever really got into a fight, did you ask them who you're going to stay with?
Yeah. It's like, Dad, you better not be hitting Mom. Like
Oh, shit.
all that sort of stuff. No, I watched a video today of both of them, and so my boss does it's funny, he does like a little review every Friday. He reviews a running shoe because he's a runner, and then he reviews a beer as well. So he was reviewing a coffee milk stout or something like that, like a type of beer, and he got his friend, so the mum, to try it as well, and he didn't like it, and he was on the water straight away. He had to sip the water, so I commented saying, "Oh, it's nice to see mum and dad drinking together again," and then they made some comments back saying, "Oh, mum had to sip on the waters pretty soon." And I said, but she was back on the red wine afterwards.
Jeez.
No, it was a bit of fun. Oh, Dana Joe's here.
Leon LeGray. Hey, Leon. So yeah, wait a minute. I'm trying to think. I think it was.
Sorry,
No, it wasn't them. I remember what I said. I got somebody confused with you. I don't think it was Leon. But I believe it was somebody around. It may have been Leon. Like I said, I was an idiot who didn't write down a name when I assigned it. Normally I do. Normally I have this big planner, and I'm normally, for some strange reason, I didn't do it this time. So if I think maybe it was Leon.
Oh, apologies, Leon, if that was the case. I've stolen your slot. Oh no!
Oh, it was Leon. It was Leon. It was Leon.
All right.
That's
Leon,
okay.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Leon's like, I remember. Yes, but you're late. You're also late.
Yeah, that's.
But no, I'm sorry, Leon. I will after the interview. Feel free to call up, and we will talk about your show a bit, and set you up an actual time, and I will write down in my calendar when you can come. Because everyone give Leon a big round of applause for being a sport about this.
Hey, cheers, Leon.
And food for thought. Jenny! Jenny is like, snooze, you lose. Leon is like, cheers. Yes, it's Have a Drink With Me Friday, everyone. And we have Almost Everything podcast with us this evening. And soon we'll have Leon to stop by and give us a shout out in about a half hour. So, oh my goodness. And question. Are you okay? So you don't know exactly what you're going to really be doing with your podcast. You don't have any real plans, but you have some kind of idea what you will. Kind of like a nest instead of having the full egg. So you can't just call it a nest egg. You just got to call it the whole nest first.
Yeah.
Kind of like a roundabout version of what you kind of want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
What kind of microphones do you guys use? Oh, that's a good question. What do you use? Almost.
I bought some microphone on Amazon a couple weeks ago. Just because the microphone that I use back home that I bought, it's the Yeti Blue mic. I can't actually remember exactly, but it's a Yeti, and the I don't know. It's a Yeti. That's the brand.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you leaning away from your away from your microphone? Because I can't hear you. I can barely hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's
Come
fine.
here. How's that?
Hey, welcome back.
Hey, sorry. For some reason, I'm on my my headphones at the moment, and it's weird. Whenever I like go far away from my phone, I get really quiet for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, I use a Yeti Blue microphone. I don't know if you're familiar with that
Mm-mm.
brand.
No.
Food for thought. Thinking of getting that one. It's good. It's really good. But at the moment, I'm using. I don't actually know what brand. The one that I've got now. It's not that great. It's not. It was cheap. So, what about you, Cracks?
I use the was it HyperX, I believe. Is what that's called. Yes, HyperX Quadcast.
Very nice.
It comes with its own shock. What do you call that? Not a shock mount. It's not. Is it called a shock mount? It's the rubber bands that contain the vibration to keep the mic from vibrating. Because I have fans on top of the table. I have fans on top of the table. Yeah.
I have those as well.
See, and shock mount. Yes. Okay. HyperX, cool deal. You want to know the better deal? This was mislabeled. It was mispriced. So I got it for almost half the price that it was actually posted. Because here in Sweden, if it is posted for a certain price, they have to sell it to you like that. They cannot change it.
That's awesome. That happened to me once. I was looking at those phone cases that charged your phone at the same time.
Nice.
And I was looking and I saw one, and it was like, so I'll do it in Australian dollars just so it helps me, because I don't know what the translations are, but it was saying it was $40 Australian. And I was like, whoa, that's so cheap, but it looks like really good quality, blah, blah, blah. And then, I double checked. I was like, oh, is this the price of, this product? And they, checked the tag and it said $40. And they're like, well, I mean, yeah, I guess so. So then I bought it for $40, went and looked it up on the internet, and it was selling for $250 retail.
Oh,
so I
wow.
I got it for significantly a lot cheaper. But yeah, that was another cool story of when they market wrong.
These mics go for see, I bought mine for about 800 kroner, which is about 80 US dollars. When it runs 1,200 and something kroner. So I have it almost half.
Wow. That's awesome.
What happened was they forgot to remove the sale tag.
Oh, no.
Yep. So, and not too many people come in and go, I want a desk-mounted microphone. They want it. They want the headset. They don't. This is not something they know. So I imagine somebody in a rush or just not having a good day or whatever, just like missed it. So.
Yeah.
Currently using the Audio Technica dynamic mic.
Oh, nice.
I'm
gonna pretend like I know what that is.
I was just
sounds
thinking,
fancy.
I was like, it sounded almost like you knew what it was talking about. I was like, okay, well, I'm the old lady of the group, so I don't know.
Oh no, I'm not familiar, but it sounds cool. It sounds like an upgrade from what I'm using for sure.
Audio Technica ST90 MKTI, or is it MKII? I think it's MKII. I don't have my glasses.
MKLI. Shamim, age doesn't matter because Cracks is cool as fuck.
I love her so much. Oh, thank you, Shamim. Oh, Shamim. Oh, hi. I don't see who is in. It's kind of like, I'm like crying on the inside. It's like, but every time I see a fan that's been a long time of mine that it finally says something, it's like, oh, you're here.
Yeah.
Food for Thought says they are using all new revolutionary iPhone microphone. Also, from time to time, all new iPad microphone.
Nice.
Nice, because iPhones are a bit too rich for my blood. I'd rather spend my money on tarantulas and spider stuff. Just saying. Almost everything at podcasts has apparently been booted. Are you gonna come back? Yes, they're coming back. And cat stuff too. Yes, I buy a lot of stuff for cats. My cats come first and foremost in my house. Welcome back. Did you press the wrong button?
Sorry, I don't know. I pressed the wrong button. Oh,
well, you're still an admin, so you're still good.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah.
To be rich for my taste, rather go with a computer or a cat. Yes. My cats are great. So, is there anything else you would like to tell us? Maybe we could share some TikTok stories, or
TikTok.
I'm just throwing stuff out there. So.
Yeah.
Give me a break, man. My hand is pounding.
So no, that's okay. I'll take it. I'll say some stuff. I just remembered. So you asked me before about like which where do I want to take the podcast and direction and everything like that. And me and Tim have been like talking about what we want to do. We think that Instagram, because we've got like the biggest following on Instagram, we want to make that a place for like people to like keep up with us basically. So and a lot of podcasts that we both enjoy listening to, their Instagrams are like the place to be, if that makes sense. So they're posting content that isn't just about the podcast. So it's a little bit more of it's just another way of getting themselves out there, but not necessarily in a podcast medium. So we're thinking of so Tim, I've let Tim do this because like I do all the editing and I do all the stuff behind the scenes. So I've let Tim take the reins, but because we're Australian, we have a lot of in jokes that people might not get. So we're thinking of having an almost everything podcast dictionary, and we'll make sort of
That's awesome.
Like we're thinking of making posts for on our Instagram of little phrases or words that we use, and we'll say some phrases or some words that don't mean, like, to us they don't mean what they might mean to everyone else, especially because we have listeners all over the world, which is pretty cool as well. So just for people to get some clarification on some things that we say, and I've put Tim in charge of that, just to come up with a description of what the phrase or word means, and then to use it in a sentence, just to give people a bit of clarity on that. And then we're thinking of doing some more like skit type stuff, because as I said at the start, we're just two characters, and we like to have a bit of fun. We don't take ourselves very seriously, and so we're thinking of doing some more skit type thing that it's not it'll work better visually, but you can still we'll still sort of try and insert it into one of the podcasts, just to give people a little snippet to then move them over to our Instagram. But the skits will be like movie sequels that sort of never happened, and we're gonna sort of come up with like an alternative,
like how Harry Potter's father was never Harry Potter father. It was Snape's.
Yeah, or exactly, or whatever happened, in the Wizard of Oz, whatever happened to the Scarecrow, the Lion, and Tin Man. So the Wizard of Oz, the sequel, we'll go
Actually,
through
there
the
actually
lives
is. I do believe. Before I say anything, I do believe. Let's see.
You doing a quick Google?
Yeah, because I believe there actually is a sequel to it. It's not very well known, but I have to.
Did they make a movie about it?
No, they did make a movie. They did not. But I have to. I have to double check. Because.
Because I know that there are a lot of unofficial sequels, but
Yeah, but I actually believe there
yeah.
is an actual sequel out there, and I don't think it's very well known.
Okay.
It's not an adaptation. Is it called Over the Rainbow?
Yeah.
Oh, is it called Before the Rainbow? That's my question.
Maybe. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll try to put a more of a comedic spin on it, anyway. So we'll put our little spin of humor on it, and yeah, we're just thinking of some either movies or even TV series like sequels, or if the movie's already had a 3-part series, maybe even just movie trailers, just to I don't know, just an idea that we've been spitballing, and we think it might be a bit of fun to do.
Okay. Yeah, no, there's actually the author did write small books to cover each and every one of the characters, like TikTok of Oz, which came out in 1914. Because
Yeah.
1908. Let's see.
Yeah, I saw that there's quite a few books.
And somebody is actually trying to put them in chronological order, but they can't really do it for some strange reason. I don't know why, but yeah, there's I guess there's a lot of books trying to explain individually what happened to each of the characters before and after Dorothy.
All right. Well,
And if it's anything as dark as the actual author intended Wizard Boss to be, those books will not be suitable for too many audiences out there.
No. And if you can't be bothered reading, just come and watch our videos on Instagram and find out a different take on it. But yeah, it's just an idea that we're trying to maybe diversify as well.
Can you give me a second? I don't have my glasses on, so I can't tell if that is a spider or if that's another household resident that's crawling across my wall. Can you give me just a brief moment?
Yeah, go. Deal. You got to deal with the spiders that are all around. I think I'm still on. Yeah, I'm still going. No, I hate spiders. I hate wild spiders, not if they're a pet, a little bit different, but I just don't like how they can just appear and you don't see them coming and then they disappear when you look away for just a second. It scares me. Yeah. So you gotta deal. Gives me chills as well, and like
I'm back.
living in Australia is so scary. How did you go?
Oh yeah, no, it was it wasn't a spider. It wasn't a normal little spider. I've had reactions to those bites. You can check my Instagram. No, this was we have carpet beetles. We have carpet beetle larvae everywhere. I have a suspicion I know where they came from, but one year they just infested the apartment complex, and now they're just about everywhere. And that's one thing I have to be very careful of with my tarantulas, because if those larvae get in with my tarantulas want to molt, they will kill my tarantulas, because my tarantulas will be sitting living food for them. So any beetle larvae, I have to really make sure. Now, most people will say, "Oh, it's carpet beetle larvae. They only eat clothes, and they only eat." No, they eat bugs too, but they very seldom do they ever do that. You got to remember these things they weren't discovered off of polyester. They were discovered out in nature, and they just found our clothes to be a little more tasty. So yes, they're just nasty creatures, and yes, they can potentially harm my tarantulas. Not only that, the slings they can become good food to the slings, but they can carry mites and stuff, which will infest the enclosures. And that's another thing I have to be careful of, because I was recently, I wouldn't say recently, about 6 months ago, I was hit with an infestation of mites, and I had to do what we call an emergency care. And that means I have to, which is almost quite dangerous for the tarantula. I had to up the temperature in the room. And then I had to up the temperature in a certain area and put the tarantula in there. The heat will kill off the mites. But the tarantula nearly cooks to death.
Oh wow, it's a risky maneuver.
It is, and you have to keep moisture in with the tarantula quite often. But that allows some of the mites to live. And it's a really nasty thing to get. It's not fun for anybody. One of the best treatments is to take a wet cotton swab and swab down your tarantulas, because the mites can be fermetic, and fermetic. Now, mind you, there's two different types of mites, and one of them is fermetic, and I can't remember if the fermetic is the aggressive or if it's the passive. The aggressor will suck the animal's blood and eventually kill it, whereas the other one will live off the tarantula or spider or anything else and then fall off once they're in a good area. Now, I have springtails in almost every enclosure that I own, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but hear me out. Springtails love to eat the eggs of the mites, so they're naturally the mites are naturally getting killed off. So it's just like, okay, so I know that the mites can't spread if they're the gentle kind, which most of them are. Then I know that they can't populate in my enclosures.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's just a real pain in the ass, but it is a risk that you have to have. It's just when you start seeing these little white things live off your tarantula, then you kind of freak out and have to take care of it. And of course, I did mine successfully. I don't know how I managed not to lose a tarantula, because most people lose between 2 or 3 tarantulas during this whole because of the heat. I don't know how. Probably because most of the tarantulas, I would say every tarantula that was infected was nearly either old world coming from a desert area or a new world coming from a hot tropical area. So it's like, well, at least your body's built for the heat. You're just not susceptible because you've never been in the heat. We'll see how you handle it. So they handle it pretty well.
Ah, that's good though. That's good.
Oh, my nose itches. So, any questions that you have? Does the audience have any questions for you? Is my question. Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time you can call in. Remember, one caller at a time. But you call up and ask almost anything, almost everything. Sorry, I almost called you almost anything. Almost everything podcast. You could ask. Can I just call you Lewis? Is that too familiar? Yeah. Okay. You can ask Lewis anything. Lewis. Okay. You can ask Lewis anything and everything you want, except for his credit card number or his bank account. Can't ask those things, but you can probably ask him, how his day went. Just saying.
Yeah. No, go ahead if anyone wants to ask anything. I'm an open book. Just don't have an open checkbook. That's it.
So no open bank accounts, just personal life is an open book?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's nice. Do you have any tattoos?
No, I really want some though. I'd sort of planned to get one. I had planned to get one about a week before we went into lockdown here.
Oh no!
Yeah, and we're still in lockdown, so
it's like the universe saying, "No, you can't have one."
I know.
And you're like, just why?
I don't know. I've been thinking about getting one for well over a year. I think it's coming up 2 years now. So I've thought about them for a long time, but I don't have any. How about yourself?
I have 2 tattoos. One I'm going to have burned away. I'm going to have lasered off. And then I'm going to have, once I get down to 70 kilos, I'm going to... Are you familiar with One Piece, the anime, at all? Your long hesitance says no. Or maybe just because you guys got kicked. Leon Legray says, me. We'll see if he calls back. What's his... Maybe he got lost? I don't know. All right, well, I'll let him know when he comes back in. When I get down to 70 kilos, I'm going to get Sakazuki's tattoo from the One Piece. I'm going to get from the shoulder up. He's going to hang up and call back in. Okay. Connect. Welcome back.
Hey, sorry, I cut out when you were saying that you had 2 tattoos.
Yep, I have 2 tattoos. And then when I get down to 70 kilos, I'm going to get, because I'm getting the one tattoo burned off. I don't like it. And I know why. It looks muddy. It has always looked muddy because the tattoo artist I picked wasn't so good in black ink. And I guess it takes a lot of different techniques and a lot of work to make black ink look sharp.
Yeah.
So, with that said, I picked one of the best tattooists tattoo artists here in Sweden. And I will go see them when I get my tattoo. I'm going to live cast it. But that's after I get down to 70 kilos and get the one on my left shoulder burned off. And then, if you're familiar with One Piece, are you familiar with One Piece? You are?
Yeah. The anime.
Yep. Then you know the Fleet Admiral Sakazuki.
Oh, yeah. I think I can picture him.
I'm getting his tattoo.
Oh, awesome.
Green Lantern says they have to go.
See you, Green Lantern. Take care. Thanks for joining.
Bye-bye. Have fun, Green. Don't forget to practice the word.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'll put it on Instagram, and then Monday I will advertise the word again, so you're not going to miss anything, Green. And I'm not going to hold the contest until not this next week, but the week after. So you'll get a good solid 2 weeks in. So you're not going to miss anything. Take care, Green. Hey, have a great evening. Or morning or day. I'll be back on Monday. Okay. See you on Monday, Green. But yes, I'm getting the Fleet Admiral Sakazuki, or at the time he was known as the Vice Admiral, or not Vice Admiral, he was known as Admiral Aokiji. The guy that punched through Ace's chest.
Right.
That guy. I'm getting his tattoo.
Awesome. That'll be cool. Yep.
It's gonna cost me
the problem with
45,000
me,
kroner.
that'll break the bank account a little bit. That's
Yeah,
a lot.
just a
Well,
little.
I don't
Just a
actually know
little.
conversions, but it sounds like a lot.
Oh, well, do you know Euro?
Um,
Because I know you live in the UK, so I'm not sure if you're familiar with Euro. Because I do know you use the British pound.
yeah. How much is it in
Okay.
euros? I'll get a better idea.
4,500 euro,
But holy shit!
which is
okay.
it's 4,500 US dollars.
Oh my god. So yeah, that's about 4,000 pounds. Oh my goodness. How big is it going to be?
It's about 4,000 pounds. It's going to be a 3/4 sleeve with a half of a rib cage.
Oh wow, that's
Hey, Roxanne.
big. Hey Roxanne.
You're gonna spend $4,500 on a tattoo?
Yes.
4,000? Because you said 4,000. You said 4,500. Your country.
No, I said 45,000.
45. You're spending $4,500 on a tattoo.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
By next year, I'll have the money because by next year I'll be working again.
Yeah, I'm not denying the money. I'm not worried about the money. The money's going to be there, obviously. But man, that must be a.
But that covers the 3/4 sleeve plus half the rib cage and part of the chest and shoulder blade.
Okay. God damn.
It's all black ink, and it's by one of the most famous Swedish tattoo artists in Sweden.
Hey, it's your rodeo. I just wanted to get that right in my mind. Okay.
Yes, it's quite. I know it's quite a bit of money. A lot of people are like, "Oh my God, you're going to do what?" It's like, yeah, when I get down to 70 kilo, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be getting that tattoo. And I'm going to live broadcast it, as I've said before. We're going to do it. We're going to set up a Twitch account. And the tattoo artist said yes.
Twitch. Okay.
The tattoo artist said they're the one that picked Twitch because they already have a Twitch account, and apparently that's what they do sometimes. So we're kind of going to use their channel, and since they have the setup, I figured that'd be the best thing.
Yeah.
Hey, John DeVito. But they're the ones that also helping me find the gal that's going to laser the one I have on my left shoulder blade.
Right.
There's a gal that does that. They directed me to her to get that burned off. And when I get down to 85 kilo, I'm going to have it burned off. So, because by the time I hit 70 kilo,
celebration type of goal as you go.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
And by the time I hit 70 kilo, I should be healed up enough for the tattoos.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 3 6-hour sessions.
Yeah, for the body, for the big tattoo.
Yes.
Yeah, my sleeve. I haven't gotten it. I was just like you almost. It's like right before I was about to get it, we go on lockdown. It took me 2 tattoo artists to find the person that put together one that I wanted. But and that's a grand, and it's black. It's a black artist, a black ink artist. So
yeah.
Anyways. I have a question. How's your YouTube channel? I was already subscribed to it, but I was checking it out. How's it going with it?
Yeah, it's going okay. I mean, I think we've gotten a few more subscribers from just me talking about it on Podbean. So that's pretty cool. And we posted a video recently.
Here, talk closer to the mic. You backed up from the mic again.
Oh, sorry. Done it again. My bad.
We got you.
Yeah, I was just checking my computer. I posted a video earlier this week, which was a new episode that we pre-recorded, and it's getting a few views. But with because like most of our listeners have been listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, beforehand.
Right.
We're still struggling. We haven't moved all of them onto YouTube. We sort of split them in half, so we're getting sort of a third of our listeners on Spotify, a third on Apple Podcasts, and then a third on YouTube.
Right.
And now we're sort of like diluting it a little bit more, because now more of the Podbean community are checking it out, which is
Right.
cool as well. But so we're getting more downloads and more views, but it's just spread out over different platforms.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because if you're spread, people attract to a certain comfort. Yeah, I got you. That's cool.
Yeah, and we're thinking of posting like more videos on YouTube that aren't just the podcast as well. Like I was talking about before, posting
Right.
on
Some of the
Instagram and
skits and
YouTube.
stuff.
Yeah, just some funny skits or
Yeah.
different
When
things.
I
Yeah.
started my channel, the guy that was this guy that was helping me years ago, back in 2014, I think. The one thing that he says is really, really good, that was an algorithm that was successful on YouTube, is post consistently at the same time.
Yeah.
So I was posting every Friday, and then I moved to every Wednesday and every Friday. But now my content's changed. My content's longer, so now I don't post as much, because usually my videos were 15 to 20 minutes. Now they're an hour, sometimes an hour, 15 minutes. They're very long, drawn out sessions that people go back and listen to and take their time listening to. But, the views go up in subscribers. But be consistent and always, because then they can count on it. They look forward to it. Like every day, 2:00, a little alarm goes off in my head. Cracks. I was like, oh, okay. and then I hop on here. Today I was in a session, so I couldn't be here on exactly on time. But I was like, soon as I was over, the little internal alarm clock went off. Cracks time. So I pop on because I look forward to it. Yesterday I was like, oh, because you changed it, right? I was like, here, ready. Oh, and I was like, oh, today's Friday, she'll be there. Oh, cool, it's interview Friday. So that consistency is kind of a comfortable thing for humans. That's why, like, I think hamburgers joints did very good and McDonald's took off, because it's a comfort food. It's someone you can rely on. So that's what really grew my channel at the beginning. Is everyone was telling me, "Oh, good, something new, something new, something new." They got that. They always look forward to that. So other than that, I
Oh,
didn't
thank
do
you.
anything else. But I check your channel out. I watch your videos, and yeah, you got authentic
Thanks.
tracks. And just give it time. I mean, I'm 6 years into my channel.
No, I appreciate it.
Nowhere like dominating or anything like that. But it's not about. It's about the journey for me. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're welcome.
No, thank you, because I appreciate it, because I've checked out your channel as well, Roxanne, and that's sort of what we're aiming to be like. You've got heaps of people viewing all your content, and that's what we're trying to aspire to. So we're definitely trying to stay consistent with it. But hopefully
I
moving
heard
forward
about
we
it's
can.
busy, right? And if maybe you guys
Yeah.
can designate a couple of days to record maybe 2 or 3 and then release them,
Yeah.
periodically.
Yeah.
Maybe that kind of idea. But no, I know you have a mind about you, so you'll figure out the trick. But just some
Yeah.
ideas.
Thanks for that.
Well,
Anyway,
good.
appreciate it.
Good. No, it was a great. It was great. Keep talking. Okay. Good luck with a $4,500 tattoo. I'm gonna watch that.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that actually.
What if
The the tattoo artist actually has to change a little bit because there are some copyright issues. But yeah, because this is coming off from a very famous
So what?
anime. They have to.
Man, you got weird laws in your country for that shit.
It's a
You can
copyright
put
thing.
anybody on your body. It's yeah. Well,
It's not a person. I'm doing the tattoo design that they have. I'm not doing the character. If I was doing his character on me, I can do that. But the tattoo design is owned.
Yeah.
I'm
So it's
out
like
on
the
that.
tattoo on
I've
the
seen
character.
so many people. Yeah, Maybe. I don't know. I don't know the laws about that, but I don't know how they can enforce that.
Mm.
But yes, I'm.
No,
So
but
he's
if you,
changed it
if
just
you
a
gotta
little.
change it, you gotta change it. Yeah.
But the cute way he's changing it, instead of making it 2D flowers, cherry blossoms, he's making it actually realistic. That's
Oh,
the
there
only
you go.
difference.
Yeah. Well, if it looks better, it looks better. Yeah.
So it's not
You know,
going
I
to
got
quite look Japanese, but it's going to look similar.
Gotcha. You know, I got rabbits from Watership Down. I don't know if they're gonna come and get me for that.
Oh wow, you do?
Yeah, that's good. It's the tattoos with Watership Down and a couple other things mixed in. It's a sleeve. It cost me $1,000. So I don't know. I guess I can see 45 if you're doing the rib cage and the shoulder and then the full sleeve.
Yeah, I'm doing 3/4 sleeve, so it basically goes down mid forearm. But basically, yes, and it's
Right.
doing half the rib cage, it's doing half the part of the back plus part of the chest, over the shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
find a
okay.
place I could upload the video, the picture to share, so I can show
You
everybody.
can't put it on Instagram. Or is
No,
that
I
copyright?
can, but not everybody belongs to me on Instagram.
Well, I'm not worried about everyone. I want to see it. I'm kidding. Anyways, go back to your game. Wait a minute.
Game?
I'm the one playing. I'm the one playing. I'm playing Animal Crossing right now. I'm so retarded. Anyways, I'm gonna hop off. Enjoying the show. Love you guys.
Love you too,
Thanks,
Roxanne. Take care.
Much love, much love.
Yeah.
Much love. Ginny's like, yeah, put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, well, those who don't know me on Instagram, please go to my Instagram account of think. I was like, I was gonna say Think and Take Studios, which I own, and that's an Instagram. That's for my comic art. But the Talking Corner is Instagram,
Yeah.
and I will type it in the.
I sent you a
There you
message just before you went live, just to double check if we were still good to go.
Yes, we were still good to go. Instagram. Okay, I need down to the
Yeah,
photo
I really
gallery.
want a tattoo, but my problem is like I just don't know where on my body to get it, and that's that's what's been stopping me.
Really? Well, you
Yeah, I
just
just don't know where to get it.
well, it depends on what you want, and it depends on what the artist specializes in. So you don't will get more followers as well. Thank you, Jenny.
Hey, Glenn, you're a winner.
You know, people don't say that every day. You don't hear that. You don't walk into a room and say somebody go, "Hey, you're a winner." Very often, at least. Yes, Glenn, you are a winner. You do win $25 US for the contest. We got together. Some arachnologists and I got together. We put a big panel. We went through the audio, and we went through a lot of audio. Holy crap! That audio was just like going through 3 hours of audio and trying to pick out everybody who participated, and then and then review over and over again to figure out if you guys said it right. Was just like, wow. Now I understand why they say we will announce the winners later, because it takes so much time. I was like, holy cow.
Wow.
But yes, when it came to area and bands, they were like, yeah, nobody in the hobby would have turned them down, because they said it so well, even though they just mispronounced the syllable, the first part of the syllable. It was just like, wow. And then you said it slow, but it was like, wow. Well, there's no you in that.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, you're so close.
Oh no.
But yeah, so we figured since it was on the fly contest and you guys did so well, we'll even everything out, and then we'll make plans for the future a little bit better. And they will be helping me then they will be helping me put the days that we need to be judged. We're going to take the audio, we're going to review it, and then Saturday, when we have Live with Cracks on Saturday, then the winners of the contest will be announced then.
Awesome.
So you won't know. You'll just say it. I'll say thank you for participating, and then all of us can get together and figure out who said it best, or said it right. If there is more than one person, then we will split the prize, of course. But it's $50, so it'll be easy to split. If there's like two people, then it's 25 each. If there's just one person, then they get the whole 50. And that way it keeps everybody engaged, and then you never hear somebody go, well, that's what I said. Looks like everything is having some technical issues. But yes, Glenn, you won. You didn't win. You came in like fourth because of the way you pronounced the first and the second part. But you came pretty damn close. Almost everything is offline again. He will be right back. It's 2020. Everybody's a winner. Oh, welcome back.
Hey, sorry. Every time.
The tat reveal. That's what I'm typing in. I'm not even going to hashtag it. I'm just going to send it out. Ta-da! And now on Instagram, the picture has been posted. And you guys get to see the tattoo that I'm going to get.
Looking forward to it. Here we go. Oh.
And now you'll see why it's so much. Yeah, now you'll see why it's so much. Now you know why it's so much. It's worth so much. But I'm not doing all the way down to the hip like he has. I'm just doing half the rib cage.
Okay.
Because to go down all the way to the hip would mean because there's also a back part, and that would also mean to make it look good, I would have to get the lower back part as well, and that would just add up more and more on the price, which means I'd have to come in for more and more sessions. So yeah. Ooh, that was a way nice picture than I was picturing. Yes.
Are you getting the color in it as well?
I'm doing black. I'm doing the original colors, the black with the cherry blossom colored, because the cherry blossoms will look real, and the black is. So I had to find an artist that was going to keep. Am I missing a side conv? No, you're not. Actually, I've announced what my plan is when I get down to 70 kilos, Glenn. I thought you were actually getting anime character. No. Like I said, then it would have been no problem for the copyright. But there was an actual tattooist that designed that for the animator. I call him Oda Sensei for Oda, who is the creator of One Piece. So that tattoo is actually owned by another tattoo artist. That's the reason why, as I was trying to explain, it is under a different type of copyright. If I was getting the actual character, then that's fine. But I'm not getting the character. I'm just getting that character's tattoo.
No, that's cool. That is cool. Oh yeah, Glenn doesn't do Instagram.
Yeah, we noticed. So Glenn, do you know my email? I'll send my email.
Hey Glenn, do you have any questions for me? For a good old Sally.
Use that. You could Twitter it. I don't do Twitter. I haven't, but I don't really do Twitter. If you look and see when was the last time I was on, you could see it's been several days to a week. And that's only because NASA announced something and I had to go see it. If you if you actually send me your PayPal email to that email, then I will send you your $25. So, Yes, I'm excited, and for future contests, like I said, sometimes it will be 50 ducks, other times will be just merchandise from either, depending on whether if you're in Europe or in the U.S., or you can even be in Asia for merchandise. So it doesn't matter where you are for merch. I can either send you some merch, or I can send you a tarantula. Not of your choice, because I will go broke really quick, because there's some really super expensive tarantulas out there. But for beginners, if you're a beginner keeper, or if you're an experienced keeper, then it would be like a old world or something. But then we can figure it out.
Cool.
But you will be in charge. If it is a tarantula, then you will be in charge of getting your own closure set up. You will be in charge of getting everything the tarantula needs. I'm just getting the tarantula because to ship an entire enclosure with everything is way more than a $50 prize. Do you have any spider tats? No, actually I don't.
Good question.
Do not.
I was expecting like
Probably.
a
Well,
spider
actually,
on your face, on the side of your face. Like
I don't believe in facial tattoos. Screw that. No. That is for somebody who is set in life and doesn't have to worry about making a living and being in the public to do it. I do not have that luxury yet. So if everybody supported my channel, then sure, I will get a tattoo on my face. I would tattoo my ear if I could, because one of the coolest tattoos I ever saw was an actual spider web over the ear. And the way they did it was, it wasn't the tattoo wasn't in the ear, it was in the back of the ear, with the little points coming around to the front. So you saw these little black tips, and then once she pulled her hair back, then you would see the tattoo behind the ear. It was really cool.
Oh,
it was like a spider would be hiding. You know, it was really cool.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's cool. So I would definitely do something like that. But again, people have to pay for my. I'm a tattoo. I'm a tattoo artist dream. My skin is virgin. That depends on the artist. Actually, some artists really do love tattooing alongside other tattoos. If not, sleeves would not ever have been invented.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson has a tattoo on his face and a cheek. You can podcast on YouTube. He has a camera from the opposite directions, so even the rich don't show off his face tattoos. So what happens when he's facing the camera?
I think what he's saying is like they try hide it as best they can.
That's kind of hard because he's so dominant on his side. That's why if you ever seen him, he's always sitting, and that side's almost always facing the camera. And he's always facing the camera. A lot of times he's facing the camera.
Yeah, I can't believe he's making a comeback as well.
He doesn't face the camera. Really? Because there's a roasting episode where he did a lot of facing the camera. And then there's a couple of talk shows, and Mike Tyson here is huge, so everybody here loves Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I don't think Mike Tyson hides anything. Exactly.
His comeback fight is going to be crazy.
His comeback fight. I'll be impressed if he can last the rounds. I really think he's getting a little over his head. But he's a boxer. That this is all he knows. So I support him getting back. Not as recent videos, no. But I did watch the one. I did watch the interview with Joe Rogan.
Yeah. He when he was on with Joe Rogan, he said like he doesn't train anymore. He doesn't like boxing because it makes his ego go crazy. But these videos of him punching some pads.
I can guarantee he hasn't forgot it. He has not forgot it. When you spend that many years, it's like have you seen the martial artists that are up in their 70s, 80s? I mean, those guys can really still put the hurt on you. but it's
Oh,
years. It's years of conditioning and training. Your body's not going to forget that at all.
100%.
It's going to continue.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
So, shall we talk about the next week's contest? Or not next
Yeah,
week's
go for
contest, but announce the
Week after.
contest for the week after. Okay,
Yeah.
I totally skipped my page. Let me bring this up because I know if I say it, everybody's going to know what it is, and it's going to defeat the purpose of doing this. That's not what I wanted.
I've been talking to you for almost 2 hours.
Yes, I know.
Oh,
It's the magic part of. It's the magic part
You're
of.
the host. You can talk about whatever you want, and Sally will follow along. Yeah, that's true. I will.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Now, everybody, including the winners, are eligible for this next coming contest. This next coming contest will have a first place, a second place, and a third place. The runner-up will basically get to pick a name for one of the new arrivals. The second up, or the runner-up, will be able to receive some merchandise and get to pick a name for one of the tarantulas. And then the first place will get the $50 in cash sent to you through PayPal, and you get to pick a name for one of the tarantulas. Well, you get basically, I think it's 2 weeks. We will announce. We will take callers right after the. Let's see. It would be better if I do this on the 19th. The 19th of June, we will take callers for this particular. So you have until the 19th to learn how to say this. And because you have 2 solid weeks, and because I do know at this time there is an actual video out there, a YouTube video out there that actually knows the pronunciation of this word. Instead of me thinking that there is, and it's actually a Facebook group. No, there's an actual YouTuber. We went through YouTubers last time and picked out a list. So we now have a full list of names. Mel, Lyrical Laxatives have just entered the Talking Corner. Welcome to the Talking Corner. I'm Cracks, your host, as you know. And on this episode of Have a Drink With Me Friday, we have Almost Everything Podcast with us. I can't say regular English words. This is not a regular English word, actually. This is a scientific name of this particular species and genus. You will have to say the genus and species when you call in on the 19th. Now, this is for the 19th, so you have until then. And if you get it right, all the three placers will be announced on the 20th, that Saturday, and we will set everything up when I know who wins, of course. So is everybody ready for the secret word? Now I will don't fret. I will put this on Instagram. But there you go.
My goodness. What the?
The reaction. I just love the reaction. I get more entertainment out of the reaction. It's great. And that's just priceless. Now, mind you, I will put this. I will be putting this on Instagram.
You don't like us being successful, do you?
Hey, I know people who can say this correctly. And I can say this correctly. So if I can do it, you can do it. What's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to say? Are you trying to assume that I'm into all species of tarantula? Do you realize there's 900 different species of tarantula, 900 different genus, and then the species just go out of hand?
Well, you know a lot more than me. That's for sure.
That doesn't make me a pro.
The fact that you know how many species there are and genuses and all of this, that puts you miles ahead of most of us. So of course you can say it, but no. Okay, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna win the prize.
You remember, don't say anything, but you have to wait until the 19th. Now, the 19th, we will be taking the calls in. The 20th, the winners will be announced. Now, mind you,
I'm
this is
keeping
where
my
it could be.
cards very close to my chest.
Now, it depends on where you're from. If you're from, brace yourself, if you're from the US, you will get your merchandise from Fear Not Tarantulas or the Tarantula Collective. Those two places I will talk to them. If you're from the European regions, it will be either Spider World EU or it will be the Dark Den. So those are the two places you would get merch from. What the merch is, it doesn't matter. That's where you're going to get it from. You don't get the pick. I get to do that. But I will make it interesting. I'm not going to just be like, here's a sticker. I won't do that to you. I will make it worthwhile. And again, you get to also name a tarantula. So I think that's pretty cool. You guys get to be part of the collection if you're a winner.
That is very cool. All right. Well, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. I forgot to say thank you for having me on and doing the interview. And yeah, no, I had a fun time.
The old man says, "Gotta run. Get the show." Yes, old man. I will be stopping by and saying hi. Ahmad Riza is now with us. Ahmad, are you going to enter the contest? If you are, there's your word. I have an exam tomorrow. Awesome. Good luck with your exam. I hope you do well.
Good luck.
Yes. I meant great show. Oh, he's got to get going. It was a great show. Okay. Thank you for coming by, old man.
Hey.
I really appreciate it. We're actually going to wrap up here.
Thanks, old man.
Good luck, Ahmad. Yeah, good luck, Ahmad. I'm wishing you lots of love and a lot of luck. I know you've been studying your ass off and you've been trying to focus. So, yes, we support you, Ahmad. So, is there anything you'd like to say before we wrap things up completely?
Just check out the Almost Everything podcast. We have 25 pre-recorded episodes, and I go live. I'm trying to go live most days around 3 to 4 p.m. UK time, which is 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern in America, I think.
And you're only an hour behind me, so.
Yeah. So check it out. Download the episodes, and we also have a YouTube as well, Almost Everything podcast. So check out some of the videos. But yeah, thank you very much, Cracks, for having me on. I've really enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you for coming. Let me give you a cheer. Again, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. I know it's rough for people to hand off an hour and a half to 2 hours of the time of the day because I know everybody has different things going on. And again, it's next week the 12th. I believe next week is the 12th. Yes. So next week, John DeVito will be on as a guest. Oh, thank you for the claps. I appreciate that. So he's making it rain for claps. Yeah. So yes, I just wanted to say, again, I wanted to say thank you very much. It was a lovely show. Not a lot of talking over. It was really really well spoken. Minus the sometimes you got booted for some reason. Podbean was like, "Oh, you can't be here no more." Yeah. Oh, crap! It's done. You have you the clap? Yes, I have the clap. I know where you're going with that, Glenn. But yes, I do have it. I have lots of claps. I have 133 of them.
Damn.
I know. I should go see a doctor for that.
That stuff's gonna affect you further down the track. For sure.
Yes, and I also have a TikTok now, the Talking Corner on TikTok. I'm just uploading everything from TikTok to my Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, you will be able to switch over and check out my TikTok. It's just silly stuff. You know what really made me fold under the pressure of that? It's when I seen Tarantula Collective do it, and he gets millions of views. I'm like, son of a.
I know.
I was like, holy crap. I'm like, dude, are you getting sponsored? And if you actually talk to Richard from the Tarantula Collective, he will answer. He's a very nice gentleman. He will take the time to answer. Ahmad, yes, you can call in, but just a quick reminder, we are wrapping things up really quick. We're about to leave. We've been on for 2 hours now, so I have one YouTube video. It has a whole 12 views. That's much better than me, Glenn. I think I have 3 or 4 somewhere along the lines. Ahmad's like, okay. But yes, feel free to call in. You can come and tell us how your day went, Ahmad, or ask almost everything about anything about their podcast if you'd like. You know you're welcome on my channel, Ahmad. He's my truth checker. I refuse to say fact checker anymore because with my accent I say it sounds like I said fat checker, and not too many people can tell the difference. So I'm like, no. And it was some family members that brought this to my attention, and they're like, yeah, you can't do that no more. Somebody's gonna get the misconception and just
Yeah.
Hello, Ahmad. How's it going?
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey,
I'm
man.
doing much
Not
better
great,
now that you're
actually.
here.
I've been weirdly stressed. Yeah.
Well, you have an exam tomorrow. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, I know. But this is like a national exam. Every senior student is going to have the same questions, so it's a little bit, oh gosh, stressing.
Well, you're a very smart person. I have a lot of faith in you. So just relax.
Oh,
Don't
thank
work
you.
yourself up. Don't put yourself in a bad situation because some internal demons of yours is eating away. Don't do that. Just relax. You will do well. I have complete faith in you of doing well. If not, I wouldn't have you as my truth checker. You wouldn't be my checker at all. So,
Oh,
but you're
thanks.
always on spot. You're always well versed. You're well spoken, and you're very methodical when it comes to thinking things out. So yes,
Thank you.
you will do. I highly believe you will do excellent.
Great.
And I will have cookies
So
for you when
almost
you get done.
everything podcast. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Jenny Kate. Almost everything. This is the first time I've seen you on Podbean.
Yeah, I'm fairly new to the Podbean live. I've been, I think, 3 weeks, either today or tomorrow, that I've been on. So the whole live casting is fairly new to me, but I feel like I'm settling in. I'm really enjoying it as well.
Wow, that's great. I took a look at your podcasts and they seem actually intriguing. I'm gonna check them out.
Some of the titles are very, very intriguing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. We cover a whole bunch of random stuff in each episode, but yeah, check them out. Appreciate it.
Great.
And good luck for your exam as well. I'm sure you'll smash it.
Thank you. Thank you.
But I gotta ask, Australia, but I'm living in England at the moment.
Oh.
I gotta ask, you should be studying, so why are you on the Podbean?
Well, it's
Taking a
just
break.
that, I don't know. This is where I come to, I guess, get relieved a little
Oh
bit.
yeah,
Just let the stress go.
that's good. You gotta have something that does that for you. That's cool.
Yeah, exactly.
And gum. Don't forget to
Chillax,
chew gum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just don't walk and chew gum. I don't want you to hurt yourself, but chew some gum. It's been proven that chewing gum actually is a nice relaxant. Yeah, I think it's because you
Really? I don't know that.
you fiddle with it with your tongue. You've got something to keep you busy instead of thinking about things. You're just like playing it around with tongue. I'm really trying not to make it sound bad, but somebody's going to take that out of context. I know.
It'll be Glenn. It'll be Glenn.
Would it be Glenn? It might be my own family who likes to listen to this, and they'd be like, "So, what were you talking about playing with your tongue with? Have you
Oh my god.
have you had experience with this? Would you like to share
Well, I
that
can tell you.
experience?"
I can tell you now, I haven't had gum for about 5 weeks, and I'm so much more stressed than I've ever been. So I think you're right.
Wow.
So you also need something in your mouth to play with your tongue with to keep calm.
Well,
you see where my family would go with this?
Yeah, if your family have anything less than a sick mind, then maybe not.
Oh my
But
god. Didn't
No,
your mom come on the show? She was supposed to come.
no, she never did. She's not so tech savvy. And I also think she just keeps forgetting, especially since she knows the grandkids are coming over on the 20th, because that's when Midsummer is, and she's really, really hyped up about that. It is because family's going to come over and visit.
I thought it was supposed to be in the middle of summer.
No, well, it is in the middle of summer, Swedish summer.
Oh yeah.
Most people forget that. Different region means different weather pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
When did you say that would be the date?
The 20th.
Oh god, 20th.
So since I can't drink, I won't be staying too long. So I'll be coming home shortly after dinner. So I'll be on. I will still do a live with cracks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's sad when the only way I can hang around my family is when I got a beer in my hand. Unless it's my nieces, that's a whole different story. But
Oh my god, nieces, I know.
the only reason why I'm throwing my family under the bus is because I know when I'm not around, they're doing the same thing to me. Because I will always get a text from one of their friends. You know what they said? Do I care? So yeah, it's good times. We have let me put it this way: if the mind is dirty and in the gutter, my family, I could say almost all my sisters' gutters are full of shit, and they roll around in it and never come out. So.
Wow, that's an image right there.
Now you'll never see my podcast the same ever again. It's great, isn't it? Oh, not even the drinking. I think it's the migraine medication has finally started to kick in because I can actually see. I actually turned on the overhead light over my desk, so so now I'm actually tolerant of light now, and so I'm just like maybe the medication started to kick in, so I'm a little bit looser with the tongue.
Where are you taking?
Oh, it's shit. It's extra. It's like it's basically like Iprensa, but it's like Iprensa with what do you call that? It starts with an E. Hold on.
Excedrin?
Let me go.
Excedrin?
Let me get the. Here, let me a second. I'll go to the medicine cabinet like I did last time. See how trusting I am? My doctors give me money. I was like, I don't care what this is, and just take it.
Oh
I'll be right back. Extradin. I think it is Extradin. So give me a second.
Excedrin. Is it for migraine?
Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure. Excedrin.
Yeah, migraine, yes.
Thanks, Jenny.
Hey, interesting thing. Today I saw the International Space Station in the sky. And
No
it was
way.
great. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. I missed it when I was flying over the UK. That's so cool. Yeah, I missed it. People saw it when it was flying over the UK on its takeoff, I think. And yeah, I missed it. Didn't get to see it.
No.
Whereabouts
So
are you
how
from,
come you moved
Ahmad?
to the UK? I'm from Iran.
Iran. Oh, nice.
Yes.
I moved here. Long story. But to play football.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I
How do you
moved
feel?
here. Bit of a risk, but yeah, it's going well. It's going well. Obviously, like at the moment, we're not training or anything, which is a bit frustrating. But no, it's going good.
Hope you.
Jenny, I can't say I can't. Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, Jenny, I can't say. I got to keep that private,
Okay, I'm back.
unfortunately.
Sorry about that. And I was wrong. It doesn't start with an E. It is Lasimetrin. Lasimetrin. Hold on, I will. Boop, boop.
Plasmodidia? Wow, that was really not similar to what Jenny said.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it started with an E, but it does not. You could also look at it as a reval.
Yes, it's
Reval.
It's medication. I do. It has a. It's really restricted here in Sweden. So.
I've just reminded Jenny. I've quite a few friends in Ireland, so they're so funny. Cracks mighty.
almost. Are you gonna do live casts or not?
Yeah. I am. I'm trying to do them. This week I've done 4, so I'm trying to do them quite often. But yeah, just trying to
Great.
organize when and what time.
When you do it, let me know.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what the time difference will be for you, but I try to do them from around 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. UK time. I'm not sure what that'd be in Iran, but
That would be
yeah, around
6:30
that
to
time.
8:30 for me.
Oh, perfect.
Yep. Premier League, Jenny asks.
No, not quite. Not quite.
I understood you to
All right.
say, Luke,
Well,
that you're looking to do that lunchtime hour for the American East Coast, which is like mid to late afternoon for you, right, Lewis?
yeah.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, Ahmad. But we look forward to having him as a part of the weekday schedule on Podbean.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
You know, that way it's kind of not down like during the middle of the day, and we're not having to wait till evening or have anything past like Ralph and Rome and the old man and Linga in the mornings, and having to wait till prime time for like Raw Report and Lyrical Laxatives and others.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. No,
But I really enjoy hanging out with y'all, and
Yeah, me too.
yeah, but I'm just going to focus on driving and continue listening. See you later, Cracks. And see you later, Lewis and Mod.
See you later, Eric. Have a good one. Drive safe.
You too. And a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
You know, it always
all right. Well, Cracks, I'm gonna
have a great weekend, because when your weekend starts, our weekend ends.
I know that sucks a lot. I'm sorry.
Oh, damn. Damn. All right. Well, I'm gonna take off.
But
Cracks.
yeah, I was about to say I was about to take off. We were supposed to wrap this up 20 minutes ago.
Love it. Love it. A good tangent.
Yes. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming to the Talking Corner. I am Cracks, your host. We have Almost Everything podcast on as the guest today. Wish him a round of applause. Give him a hand wherever you're at. Share him some love. Go subscribe to his channel. Hit that like button and let him know how you feel. Ahmad Riza is with us this evening. He's paid a nice little visit. Thank you for coming by, Ahmad. You know it's a great show when you show up. I was wondering where you're at. I was hoping you were doing okay, but I know you were studying, so.
Yep.
And you've got this
I'm looking
tomorrow.
forward to. Thank you. I'm looking
You
forward
say-
to hearing from you. Almost everything. Yes.
Hey, cheers, Ahmad.
If I could, I would hug you.
And thanks, Cracks, once again for having me on. It was a pleasure.
Oh, no, it's a pleasure. And I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to throw this up on the live.
Your YouTube channel.
Well, I'm going to throw this up on. I'm going to publish this, so I hope you guys don't mind. Make
Yeah,
it
no
public.
problem.
That's what I was trying to say. Oh my god. Yeah, I need to go to bed. So
No,
everybody
that's
out there, thank you for being here. It's like I said, it was great to have you. It's great to see you. Unfortunately, I don't get to see the list, but everybody that has contributed, I'd love to say thank you. Bands, Eric, Ace, Jenny K, almost everything. Green Lantern, John DeVito, the Old Man's Podcast, Roxanne, Nonsense Password. Nonsense was even in here. Man, I really missed everybody. And Ahmad is here as well. Thank you. Again, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Glenn for being for showing up. You guys are great. So if you guys want to help out the channel, just hit that like button and subscribe. That's all I ask. So anyways, have a good night. Night. Take care, Jenny. And I will see you guys tomorrow on Live with Cracks. Take care. Hey, dog.
Night.
Bye.